That's right. You're not dreaming. Pastas with no sauce is back, baby. By popular demand, I'm uploading again. Popular demand by who? Well, we're still trying to figure that part out. But the only important thing today is that I got a creepypasta to read, and it's probably going to be terrible. So, today on Pastas with No Sauce, we are going to be reading The Incredible Tale of Mario Kart Black. Let's do this. Alright. Hello, my name is Sarah Ribbons. I am 28 years old, and I was born on October 7th, 1990. I used to live in a happy neighborhood in New Jersey, but not anymore. I also used to have an older brother who cared so much about me and always stood up for me, but he died 7 years ago. What happened to him? How did he die? I don't know. To be honest, I don't really care. Did it have something to do with why I had to leave New Jersey? I don't fucking know. The story I'm about to tell you will give you all of the answers. The year, 2011. I was only 21 years old. It was my older brother Jacob's 25th birthday, and one of his presents was a Nintendo Wii. He was surprised he got the black-colored console, because Jacob is a racist, which was great since it holds more data than the original white one. And I'm willing to bet now this will never come up again in the story. So I don't even know why you bothered to mention it. However, our parents said there was only one Wii game that came along with it, Wii Sports. So they gave us some money to buy a few games as me and Jacob went to GameStop, since they're the most common place to get video games in the United States. And, no, I mean, if I buy a physical game, I usually go to, like, I don't know, like Walmart or something. When we arrived at the closest GameStop, I noticed that there were hundreds of Wii games, such as Mario, Zelda, Sonic, all 100 of them, and many others. Jacob and I started searching for the perfect Wii game to start with. I was looking for Mario games, while Jacob was looking for rated M for mature games. Oh, I'm glad I know what the M means now. Then in amusement, I found a perfect game for Jacob's new Wii. The game appeared to be a Mario game. We weren't quite... Oh my... Fuck. I'm leaving that in. It appeared to be a Mario game, but, you know, we weren't entirely sure. Scientists were still trying to figure that out. It was called Mario Kart Wii. I remembered playing Mario Kart 64 when I was a little kid, and Jacob would always defeat me in a race. I remember when I got defeated in a race. Whew, bad day. But that was the past. With Mario Kart Wii, that's not going to happen. I'll show Jacob who I truly am when I show him this. I'll show him who's going to be the one losing all the time, I thought to myself. So I ran to Jacob and showed him the game, and when I did, he laughed. Really? You expect that to be my first Wii game? You expect me to buy a first-party Nintendo game for my, a game that you can only exclusively get on the Wii, and a reason a lot of people buy Nintendo consoles. You expect that to be my first game? What the hell is wrong with you? Remember the times I was losing to you in Mario Kart 64? Guess what? That ain't gonna happen in this game, I replied. Jacob said, no, what I'm saying is, why should we start off with that game when we could start off with this game? He showed me a Mario game that had a rated M symbol on it, because the letter M is my favorite symbol. I thought it was weird because I don't think Nintendo usually makes games that are rated M, and that's not true because they let's see, well I think they I don't know if they didn't make it, but I mean it was exclusive to the system. They had there was Bayonetta 2, Bayonetta 3, even before that there was Eternal Darkness. So this is just wrong. And normally our parents wouldn't let us play M-rated games, despite the fact that we were fully grown adults. And the games we were supposed to look for were more kid-friendly games we could all play together as a family. The other thing was, Jacob loved rated M games, which are, in other words, if it had the letter M on it, he was into it. Apparently not Mario, though. Never mind. Fighting games, because all fighting games are rated M. Games with drugs, blood, sex, and of course some vulgar language. But as a 21-year-old girl, I was willing to have the gut to play this game Jacob was talking about. So I agreed with Jacob that we should buy the game. And there's some really great looking just like cover fan art right here. Maybe I'll put it up on screen if I'm not lazy. So before we handed it to the cashier, I took a good look at the game. The game was called Mario Kart Black. And the box art cover depicted a clown-looking Mario with his cap on fire, standing in front of a pitch-black background. It reminded me of Twisted Metal Black on the PS2. Okay. On the bottom of the picture was the Nintendo logo and the rated M symbol, because it's my favorite symbol. I looked at the back of the box, and there was white text saying, "Are you ready for a challenge? Give Mario Kart Black a spin and see what you're made of." Are you sure we should buy this game? This game looks sketchy, I said nervously. Oh, come on, what are you, scared? You're scared of a Mario game? Don't be such a chicken. Jacob replied. I'm not a chicken, I yelled, because this is exactly how 20-year-olds talk. Just when we made it to the cashier, we gave the cashier the game, and when we did, the cashier started shaking. Like, he was scared of what we gave him. The cashier tried to calm down, but he just wouldn't stop shaking. Well, I feel like you're making fun of some kind of disorder he has, and I'm not really into that. I tried to ask if Nintendo really did make the game, but it just made the cashier shake even more. Cashier said in a nervous voice, "Just take the game, kids. Just take it for free." and then he ran off into the employee's room. The cashier was such a whiny baby, Jacob said, because he's a fucking badass. Please, sister, this game looks awesome, Jacob begged. But didn't you see the cashier's face when I gave it to him? Yeah, he's just too much of a chicken. Let's just take it, he said as he grabbed my arm, and we committed robbery, one hand and the game in the other, as we headed out of GameStop and made our way home. Our parents were at work. Oh, so you guys are 20 years old, seemingly jobless, and you live with your parents. Okay. So Jacob suggested that we tried out our new game, but I didn't think that was a good idea, since I was having that feeling that something bad was going to happen. But knowing how, they're going to play it anyways, we went into Jacob's room, inserted the disc, which was a blank disc with the phrase Mario Kart Black written on a permanent black marker, and started up the Wii. I noticed two strange things. Firstly, the start icon for the game, the thing that you see when you've inserted a Wii game on the menu, was a completely black screen. How terrifying. Secondly, when Jacob touched the icon with his Wiimote, there was no intro. It was a still completely black screen with no music or sounds coming from it. Then he pressed start, and for some reason, start is capitalized. Don't ask me why. And then the game started. First thing that happened is that when it started, there was another black screen with text that said, "Welcome to my world." Now, Mario Kart World, that comes out many years after this. Dude, this is like the start of a scary movie, Jacob said. He was well amazed. Oh my gosh. White text on a black background? What are they going to think of next? He was well amazed by that one message, just that one message. It was like, oh, chills. Until another one came. Now we can have some fun. And some some disturbing engine revving noises were heard from the TV. You heard that right. These weren't any normal engine revving noises. They were disturbing noises. So I'm just gonna imagine they were like screams or something. The message finished its line with the phrase, "Racing in hell." Laughing noises were heard, and blood splattered all over the black screen, scaring Jacob a bit. Man, what a fucking chicken. Then it cut to the title. Oh my god, the title screen, which looked pretty disturbing. It depicted Mario with the exact same appearance he had on the front cover of the game. Who would have thought? I mean, the thing on the cover actually being in the game? Standing in front of an explosion. Above the creepy plumber was the name of the game, which was Mario Kart Black. Wow, really? I'm glad you reiterated that for like the 5th time. Who cares, Jacob answered. This game looks cool. And it does remind me of that Twisted Metal Black game on my PS2, but you still need to admit this does look awesome. Yeah, but ... I replied. I don't think Nintendo would make a game like this. Oh, please, sis, Jacob said. I don't think some demon made the game, nor did the game come to this world by itself. This is scary, but also cool. Also, nobody was implying that until you said that, but okay. Now things are starting to confuse me even more. Jacob thinks the game is a parody of Twisted Metal Black. But I think the game is either possessed by a demon or was sent to this world by itself to torture those who found it. Because those are the two most logical conclusions to come to. When Jacob pressed the start button on his Wii remote, there was only one mode in the game, single player. No multiplayer, just single player. As he selected it, the screen went to the single player selection screen. Oh really? You selected single player and it went to the single player selection screen? Huh. Which had 3 options. Enter hell, sacrifice, or ... which are clearly all great options. And we're also forgetting another option, which is turning off the game. But of course this is the creepypasta, and I mean, they live with their parents, they have no money, and they seem, you know, a little slow, so I wouldn't expect them to think about that. All the options were written in crude red letters. Jacob stopped before making his choice. Then he said, "You're right, Sarah. We shouldn't have bought this game. What was I thinking?" Then he selected... Oh my god. Then he selected Enter Hell. Oh my god! You're right! This game is possessed by a demon! Well, let's select Enter Hell! I wish Jacob would listen to me. If he did, this would never happen. And he still could have listened to you, because he could have just turned off the fucking game. Maybe next time you should listen to your own sister, who always thinks before buying something. You didn't buy it, you stole it, I told him. After pressing the Enter Hell option, the game took us to the character select screen. There we noticed the only playable character in the game was Mario in his wild wing. Huh. But there were other characters in the menu, but Jacob couldn't access them. Selecting Mario took us to the track selection screen. There was only one track, just called Murder. The game didn't give us a preview of the track before we started. Why would they make such a weird game, we both said, after Jacob selected the track. What do you mean? Didn't you guys just figure out it was made by a demon? Another text message appeared. I'm impressed with you. I'm so impressed. You were able to get through those menus so well. I am impressed. You really want to come here? You really want it? Do you? Then a demonic laugh played while an image flashed on screen for a split second, followed by a loud heartbeat with more demonic laughing. We were both scared when we saw the image flash on screen. I couldn't even remembered I couldn't even remembered what it looked like since it appeared on the screen for so little time. But I swear to God, I saw Princess Peach with her eyes missing and blood oozing out of her sockets while smiling. Well, why would she be happy about that? After that, the screen stayed black. Oh, I get it. Clever author. For 5 seconds, and then the actual, quote-unquote, race started. Mario, Jacob, was the only player on the course, which appeared to be a misty, dark forest. The sky was pitch black and it was raining. After the 3, 2, 1, go message, Jacob started to drive Mario and follow the course. The music that was playing was the Endless Stairs theme from Super Mario 64. Because of the heavily dense fog, Jacob couldn't tell where Mario was going. There wasn't even a map for the course to show him where to go. Jacob just kept driving along a straight dirt road. Oh my, I can't read. Suddenly, he saw something that caught his attention. Jacob went to see what it was, and there was a huge pile of smashed, broken, and burned cards with dead Mario characters. The Endless Stairs theme finally stopped, but then changed to the more distorted, oh my goodness, distorted version of the game's main menu theme. He wasn't able to control Mario after that. Did your Wii remote, it's called a Wiimote, idiot. Did your Wii remote stop working or something? I asked my brother. No, Jacob answered. It's gotta be the game that's doing this. Oh, of course, obviously. Mario started to cry as he drove the Wild Wing by himself, going around the pile. Like it was a cutscene. What grossed me out the most was when he ran over Luigi's sliced head, resulting in fresh blood splattering across the dirt road. Well, wow, Mario's pretty inconsiderate of his dead brother, huh? I feel bad for Mario, poor Blummer, Jacob said like he cared. But I knew that he didn't care. He's a bad person. We saw Mario driving while crying in such sadness. Oh, really? I thought he'd be crying in happiness after seeing all his friends dead. For about 30 seconds, I had my timer out. I was timing this. 30 seconds, yep. Then we saw a sign that said, "Turn back now," written in red letters. Boy, sure love the red font, huh? Then Mario stopped, and he was still in tears. Jacob then found out he was able to control Mario again. And as soon as he did, Jacob told me something about that sign. I don't think I should do what the sign says. I'm not turning back. This could be a trap. And so Jacob refused to do what the sign did, and when he did, he had unleashed the power of hell. This Wii game unleashed the power of hell. Okay? He wasn't once again able to control Mario. Mario started driving the Wild Wing, and what was even the point? To give him a choice, I guess? So Jacob refused to... Oh, wait, I already read that. And this time he drove so fast everything around him was just a blur. Lightning flashed on screen as screaming can be heard while passing a couple of wrecked carts. The music then started to sound more distorted and that's the second time I did that. Distorted and worse. And then we heard someone on the screen shout, "Mario!" which made Mario scream very loud in his usual cartoony voice. "Who said that? Who's there? Show yourself," Jacob yelled back at the Wii game. Who can't... Well, I guess in this case it does respond back. The game responded with a a screen fading black. I was very frightened at this point. I had a very big fear of red text and the color black. But Jacob tried to be brave, and he did his best to protect me. I'll protect you from the bad Wii game. The Wii won't hurt you on my watch. The only thing that's gonna hurt you is slinging around those controllers. But he tried to be brave. He did his best to protect me. I'll tell you who said that. The game responded in white text on a black screen. Oh, no more red? Shame. With the sound of realistic tire skidding can be heard. It was... The game paused for a moment. Me! Well, fucking duh. Like, who else? Finished his statement along with a horrible smashing noise, as opposed to all those great smashing noises. And lightning flashing on the screen. It then cut to the bad ending of Mario Kart 64. Players would witness if they lost in a Grand Prix. Sorry. Mario, who now looked messed up in his Wild Wing, was there watching Bowser. Oh, what a cuck! Wario and Donkey Kong? Jesus Christ. Standing on the winner's podium. 10 seconds later, Mario drove over the hill as Bob-omb followed him and exploded, causing blood to splatter everywhere with another screen from Mario. Wait a minute. How could he scream if he blew up? Did he scream before he blew up? But after he blew up? While he was blowing up? I don't even know if that's possible, but sure. I had enough with this game. I tried to turn off the Wii console, but it wouldn't shut off. Wow, somebody with some common sense for once. I couldn't even turn off the TV, nor open the bedroom door. Did you try breaking it? Or breaking the TV? Or... I don't know, unplugging it? Well, I guess we did fall for it, I said. The game is already at us. A text message appeared on the purple screen, which was only one word. Murder! The screen kept flashing orange and purple as the word murder gets larger and larger, because, as we all know, large text is terrifying. The phrase disappeared and the merry-go-round theme from Super Mario 64 played, along with creepy images of Mario characters. That was when Jacob had enough. Finally. He grabbed the power cord to the TV and unplugged it from the socket. As it got unplugged, the TV shut off. Well, why would the TV shut off if he unplugged the Wii? That doesn't make any... Okay. Jacob grabbed the Wii and threw it across the room. Oh, finally, as it smashed to pieces. He was still terrified. Jacob, calm down, it's over. The Wii game can't hurt you. I said, well, trying to calm Jacob down. I couldn't help it. I just couldn't take it anymore, so I had to. And there's 3 exclamation points, so you know he's serious. Jacob yelled as he covered his face with his hands. Our parents are going to be mad at us when they get home, you know. They will, but at least we're saved. We're saved from the white text on a black background. I don't think this is the end. Someone's coming. The bedroom door opened, and we were both shocked to see the person was a dark shadow with red eyes resembling Mario. Finally found you two, he said. Now say hello to murder. I screamed and jumped out of the bedroom window. I landed on the ground and started running, but before I did, I saw Mario. Wow. I saw Mario slaughter Jacob with his razor-sharp claws, as Mario is known to have. And what a great sister you are, just abandoning your brother to die. Like, you couldn't have grabbed his arm or anything? You couldn't have, let him out? Nope, okay. Wow. At the first sign of danger, you just dip. Jeez. This made me cry so hard. I cared so much. And my older brother, the one who always stood up for me, who always cared about me, who always liked to play and do enjoyable things with me. Yes, that's usually what you do with family members or friends that you like. Good job. Is dead. And it was all because I was a terrible sister. Oh, wait, no. It says it was because of this living demonic Italian plumber from the game that we just played. I ran as fast as I could with tears falling from my face, which is probably a lie because you obviously didn't give a shit about him. Knowing that Mario was already after me. After running for about 10 minutes, and with my energy low, I noticed that Mario wasn't chasing me anymore. I've gotta hide. He could come back soon unless I hide from this sick psycho. I thought to myself. So I decided to go to the greatest place when you want to lay low. I decided to go to the same GameStop that I bought the game from. Genius! That genius. Mario would never think to go there. It's not like he, I don't know, probably put the game there or knew that, you know, you were there, but okay. While hiding there, I noticed that the same cashier from before was still there, so I went over and asked him how that game got in the store and why Nintendo would make such an awful game. Excuse me, sir. Oh my goodness. I can't speak. Excuse me, sir, I said to the cashier. Can you explain to me how this game called Mario Kart Black got here? Me and my brother played it, and it became a living nightmare. It already killed my brother. The cashier froze as he recognized me from before. Well, ... he said nervously. I can tell you one thing. Nintendo did not make that game. And why does it have the Nintendo logo on it? I asked, being an idiot that doesn't know you can just, you know, put like a logo on, like, fucking anything. I don't know, kid, cashier said. All I know is that Nintendo didn't make it. I don't think they've ever made such a horrible game, and that's not true. They made Chibi Robo Ziplash. Then how did you know it was horrible, I asked. Because I played it before with a couple of friends, and I didn't bother to warn you about it at all. The cashier responded. But it was pretty darn terrible because it killed my friends, he yelled while sobbing loudly, which made everybody in the store stop what they were doing for a moment and stare at us because they realized that there were a bunch of crazy people there. You don't need to yell. Everyone's watching us. Yeah, shut up about your dead friends. I don't want to look weird in public. Please calm yourself down. I have another question. If Nintendo didn't make it, who did? He just said he didn't know. I don't know, really, who really made Mario Kart Black either, the cashier said. I've heard other people have also played Mario Kart Black, and their family members and friends got killed when they play it. Such a terrifying game. They've taken the game home, and after their friends got killed, it somehow ends up back in the store. And we never bothered to take it off the shelf, even though it killed all my friends. I gasped and walked out of the GameStop exit saying, yes, the GameStop exit, because every GameStop has a dedicated exit. Well, I've got to go now. It was good to see you. Bye. Have fun crying about your dead friends. I was on the run again. I came home and discovered that Mario had taken over my family. He killed my brother, Jacob, and he even killed my parents when they got home. I know he's after me. I had to get out of the city before it was too late because Mario was surveying the entire city, like only that city. I ran to the train station. I got onto a train. Not into it, I got on top of it, which took me all the way to Louisiana because, you know, if you gotta lay low somewhere, you always gotta go to Louisiana. They got Popeyes. There I started a new life alone. The year is 2018, and my nightmare days are history. I haven't seen Mario since I got to Louisiana. I live in a new neighborhood, and I have a house of my own, which is probably the most unrealistic part of this story, because imagine owning a house, even in 2018. Well, actually, no, that was before that. The joke... I got a new job as a nurse at a local hospital. 6 months of working later, I finally got enough money to buy... Okay, yeah, now this, I call bull. You work 6 months at a job, and then you have enough money to buy your own house? No. Now I have a daughter named Roxanne. Roxy for short. Glad you included that part in the story. And I am married to someone who will always be there for me. My husband reminds me of my brother Jacob. And when I think of Jacob, I'm always reminded of that fateful night back in 2011 in New Jersey specifically. Also, it's kind of weird that you married a guy who's like your brother, but I'm not going to look too deep into that. And does New Jersey have trains that go all the way to Louisiana? I don't know. Somebody look that up. Put it in the comment section. And, well, that was the terrifying story of Mario Kart Black. And I don't think I really even need to explain why the story was complete and other oh my god, I can't, I don't even need to explain why I can't speak, but I don't think I need to explain why this story is complete and utter dog shit, because it's completely terrible. It's I'm not gonna bother explaining this. And yeah, that's the end. So, moral of the story, I don't know. Lay low at GameStop. Go to Louisiana. Peace.